Well, hello. Season number 3 of Full Court Friday. Ryan Kelly, Sydney Wicker, Alison Posey. 2 newbies to the show this year, but I promise you both, we're going to have a ton of fun.
Yeah, you've been talking it up all week. So, Sydney and I have been waiting. We're here. Let's do this.
Listen, if you've never seen the show before, this is very much a companion piece to Football Friday Night. The mellow younger brother that maybe learned acoustic guitar in high school. That's what Full Court Friday definitely feels like. But hey, just like Football Friday Night, we have a game of the week, except it's a little presumptuous to call something the game of the week when you play basketball throughout the week. So we do have a game of the night, and boy howdy do we have a dandy for you right out of the gates. A huge Big Bend rivalry, Godby and Rickards. And Sid, you were there tonight. You shot this game. Your first taste of the rivalry, what was that atmosphere like?
Nothing like it. A packed house, sold out crowd. They stopped letting people in. You could just feel the energy. And this one tonight, the Raiders making the home team very proud early on in this one. Travis Morris to Ronnie Cosby with the layup to add on to the Raiders' early lead.
Oh, and how about this guy in attendance? Local legend, HBCU national champ, Kelvin Dean in the house. Rickards had a 27-18 lead at the half, but Godby came out storming, looking to cut into that Mekhi Butler from deep to help the Cougars chip it away.
Raider Cosby responding with this shot from way downtown. You love to see it. Both teams heating up from deep. James Harvey with the 3 here for the Cougars.
And Rickards playing some hard defense in this one. They steal this one away. Cosby able to send this one. Morris, who jumps up in style. Gotta love it.
Yeah, Rickards at the end of the day dominates. They stay on top. Your final score, 55-37. Good stuff from the home team. Sid, what impressed you the most?
Oh gosh, I think it was just the Raiders' ability to be able to turn the ball over so many times. They really took advantage of that against Godby tonight. But the crowd, how could that not be what impresses you the most? There was nothing like that atmosphere. People dancing in between breaks.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, that's not the only Cougar team that was in action tonight.
No, it wasn't. The Godby girls hosting Ribault, and the Trojans getting things off to an early start. Here we see Kayla Macy getting things started. The senior nails the 3-pointer to get the first points on the board for the Cougars. But don't worry, the Cougars answering back in this one as Clayton hits the deep shot. We've got a 3-point game going on in this one early. Anaya Lewis on the dribble for Godby, but a turnover forced by the Trojans opens things up down the paint for Gross, who gets Ribault in the net, making the layup. Godby now digging themselves out of a hole. They find Christina Brown out wide. She hits the rim on that one, but it falls down, so it counts as a 3. The Cougars would battle in this one, but they fall 57-43.
Over at the bag, Charlie Ward and the Florida High Seminoles hosting Crossroad Academy. Colin Anderson and year number 1 with the Scorpions, who are back in Class 1A this season. Home team out to a big first half lead, but the Scorpions send it to the half with the final bucket. Capitalizing off the turnover, Kamari Hale finishes it. 37-21 your halftime score. Third quarter, Amari Robinson trying to make sure the lead stays, draining the 3-ball. Scorpions, they keep up the fight. Check this out. Hale, he's going to lose it. Doesn't look like it's touched. Ref says no whistle, so I guess we're cool with it. Check the shot. Look off balance. Corner 3 money. It's an 11-point ball game. Seminoles shut it down from there. First, Dakota Morris fighting hard for the rebound, gets it to go. And then TJ Baker, check out the spin move. Seminoles, they win big, 81-56 over Crossroad
Rickards
Academy.
and Godby, not the only rivalry game tonight. Let's go to the Doghouse in Live Oak, where they were slam-packed to watch Suwannee host rival Hamilton County from up the road in Jasper. Trojans looking to advance the ball, but Dogs with other plans. Turnover, hoop, harm. You get the idea. A sign of things to come. The Trojans still looking for their first win of the year, but hey, give them credit. When they had opportunities, they were able to take them, including that runner inside the paint. But the turnover problems just kept going. Nice little Euro step here, and the bucket as Big Green starts to take control. Trojans trapped, but take a look-see at this ball movement here. Easy deuce down in the paint, laying it on up and in. But the Dogs can pass too. Nice feed inside, easy too. Suwannee all over their rivals from Jasper tonight, 64-20.
All right, to Thomasville now, fresh off a win against the Bulldogs. The Brookwood ladies 10-0 hosting Tiftarea. Warriors with a big lead, looking to add more. Driving inside is Lexi Cornell. Comes in with a big block for the visitors. Panthers walking Brookwood down. They need a bucket. They get one courtesy of Abigail Squires, who gets the easy deuce in the paint. Warriors keep an arm's length for now. But here comes Tiftarea Amelia Mercer, who puts this one in from the parking lot, basically. She gets this one to single digits, but the Warriors continue to get it done at the charity strip all night long. Putting this one to bed, Warriors improve to 11-0 and get the dub, 43-32.
Look at that, staying perfect. Up the road, the Thomasville boys lost a 1-point heartbreaker to Brookwood on Thursday, hosting Monroe tonight. Bulldogs down big to start the third, hoping for a little bit of offense. They'll get it as Nigel Pittman's three-pointer is good. Off to a hot start. The Dogs are hot. Thomasville getting it done in transition to Antoni Garland. Fighting through the contact, lays it up and in. T-ville stays chipping away. But from there, T-ville getting well acquainted with Justin Burns, the Chipola signee. Get out of there. Yeah, you're not going to get it. Doing big things on offense, too. Check this. Bulldog turnover. Burns taking it all the way. The two-handed jam. Yeah, hello, I'm here. The dunk, a sign of things to come. Tornadoes blowing over the Rose City, 74-45 the final score.
All right, so tonight we found out that Westover calls their arena the Boston Garden.
But why, though?
Yeah, if you're a South Georgia person close to the Albany area than us, help us figure it out. But Zero Williams drains the three to open things up for Bainbridge, trying to get the win tonight. Patriots answered with a 12-3 run, 1/8 of a second on the clock. Cam Sanders, it didn't count though. Ref says he didn't get it off in time. 12-7 after one. Second quarter, 19-9. Jacob Ross gonna drill the three. 1 minute until the break. Bearcats down 23-14. Nice one for Sanders here. He now walks it down to 6. But Westover said, listen, if we're going to do buzzer beaters, let's do one that counts. Because here's Anthony Milton. He's going to get it at the elbow, puts it up, gets it to go. 28-17 at the break. And unfortunately, Bainbridge loses a tough one, 54-47.
Well, the Bainbridge girls also there as well.
And there's Boston Garden.
Hey, look at it.
Let's figure this out.
Home team off to a hot start as Wickeria Holmes drains the deuce. Pats continue an early run courtesy of Sydney Donaldson, who gets there but falls hard. Again, here comes Holmes, but this time down low. Bainbridge needs the stop, though, bleeding in a big way. The Patriots continuing. This one is Sanaya Parker in the action. It's all home team in this one as they go on to get the win for the red, white, and blue Lady Pats. Final score, 40-28.
All right, of course, Friday a big night, but Saturday a big night of high school hoops as well. Here's a look-see at what you're looking at this weekend, including, I want to direct your attention to the top left there. Ribault is staying in Tallahassee and playing Rickards, and there's going to be a who's who of Tallahassee hoops here, Allison.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. Rickards, the girls in Ribault, they always meet late in the postseason, so I feel like it's a preview of what we've seen in the past.
Absolutely, but hey, we're just getting started here because Sid, you've got an interesting story to tell.
Yeah, Jamaica Cobb led Madison County to their first state title back in 2016. They honored her in a big way on Thursday. We've got a story coming up soon. Well, they say history doesn't repeat itself, but it doesn't hurt to look back and relish in the good old days, and that's exactly what Madison County did on Thursday. But once again, they made history by honoring the program's all-time leading scorer.
She's a legend. Obviously, no one has done what she's done.
For the first time ever, Madison County retired a jersey, and it's only fitting that it goes to the program's all-time leading scorer.
When you talk about retiring a jersey, you're thinking about what criteria would count for that and represent Madison County, because that's what she really stood for. It wasn't just about Jamaica Cobb. Jamaica Cobb did understand that Madison County never had a state championship, especially in girls basketball, so that was one of the things that she worked on year after year.
Every season that Jamaica Cobb was with the Cowgirls, she led them to a winning season. She also helped them clinch their first district championship and went on to lead Madison County to their first state championship in program history.
And she put the program on her back, and she carried us all the way to Lakeland. And to say that she was a girl who was homegrown, she came here, she did it the right way, she worked her butt off, great kid, graduated with honors. Just everything about this kid is a model for someone who wants to do it the right way.
Being a cowgirl has set the foundation for my life. It has made me progress into a woman. It's opened up so many different avenues for me, and it's just so amazing being a cowgirl. I wouldn't want to be a part of any other team.
During her time, she scored 2,555 total points, 492 rebounds, over 400 steals, almost 200 assists, and 150 blocks. She averaged over 30 points a game as a junior. She went on to sign with Alabama A&M and was named the SWAC Freshman of the Year in 2017, leaving behind a legacy and an impact.
She's a role model. We look up to her big time. Coach always implements her in our practices, games. I always use her as references when we play as a team together.
And how cool to play Charlton County, to have her coach in the house. Just awesome, awesome stuff. Sid.
And you guys probably don't know this, but it was all by coincidence. They don't always have Charlton County on their schedule every year, so it was awesome that it worked out. But one thing that I love that Coach Hawkins talked about, he goes, when I first met her, the first thing she said to me is, I'm a beast. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know my name. All you need to know is I'm a beast. She went on to score 800 points in her freshman season.
That's
alone.
insane.
And Allison, as someone who got to cover her in high school, just how dominant was she?
Her and that team. We were talking earlier. Not many teams beat them. I mean, they beat all the Tallahassee schools, Colquitt County, Lowndes. I mean, they went toe for toe with anybody. Schools 2, 3, 4 times their size. That team, I'm just going to put it out there, probably one of the best high school girls basketball teams I have ever covered in 16 years in this business. No lie, they were fun.
Absolutely awesome stuff. Just like we're hoping for an awesome weekend of college ball. Noles, Rattlers, Blazers, and the Nighthawks in action. We'll get you all up to speed coming up after this. Well, as Mike McCall would attest, it certainly seems like it'll be a good weekend to stay indoors and watch some basketball. And thankfully, we got some at the Tucker Center. We'll start our college preview with the Florida State men back in action, looking to go streaking, fresh off a pretty convincing win over Georgia Tech. Leonard Hamilton, the guys, hoping to be 2-1 in conference play after 40 minutes with Virginia Tech. The Hokies are fresh off a loss at the Joel against Wake Forest, but the Garnet and Gold are still going to have their hands full with Lynn Kidd. He's VT's leading scorer. He averages north of 16 a game and shoots an unbelievable 68% from the floor.
That's halfway decent. Seminole women, tough OT loss at third-ranked NC State last night. The road trip continuing. They're at Clemson on Sunday. And a cool stat for you guys, sophomore Tanaya Latson, if you don't know her, get to. She had 30 points last night, her 11th 30-point game in 45 games played. That's the second most within a player's first 50 games in the last decade. Sunday's game at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, the Rattlers also playing this weekend. They start SWAC action. They'll take the trip down to Bethune-Cookman. The women start at 2. The men will continue at 4.
Valdosta State hosting Auburn Montgomery. Blue Mountain takes the trip to Thomas. That'll do it for Full Court Friday #1. We'll see you right back here next Friday night.